Now, we'll talk about some questions that involve using the product rule and the power rule. For instance, look at this question. X to the 4 times x cubed y to the 4 times quantity 2y x squared squared. Well, what we're going to do here is, first of all, we're going to simplify this portion here with the bracket. We're going to think of 2 as being 2 to the 1 and y as being y to the 1. And we're going to multiply this 2 times the 1, and the 2. And that's going to give us 2 squared y squared x to the 4. Now meantime, we also considered this x to the 4 times x cubed y to the 4 using a regular product rule, and we got x to the 7 y to the 4. At this point, I like to simplify the this will be 2 squared. At this point, I think of this as being 2 squared as my coefficient, and I have x to the 7 plus 4, which is x to the 11, and y to the 4 plus 2, which is y to the 6. And so, as my final answer, what I get is, because I can simplify 2 squared, I write it as 4 x to the 11 y to the 6. And that's my final answer. Moving on to the next question, I have 2u to the 4, quantity to the 4, times u squared. Well, for purposes of this question, I consider that 2 to be 2 to the exponent 1. And I now multiply the 4 with the 1 and the 4. And that gives me 2 to the 4, u to the 16, times u squared. Now, I can simplify 2 to the 4 as 16. And meanwhile, I can simplify u to the 16 times u squared as being u to the 18. So I get 16 u to the 18. For my final question, combining these two rules, I have 2a squared b squared times 2a squared b squared times 2ab to the 4 quantity cubed. Well, what I'm going to do is consider the exponent on the 2 to be a 1 and the exponent on a to be a 1. Then I'll multiply 2 times 2 to get 4. I will add the exponents on the 2's, so 2 plus 2 is 4, and 2 plus 2 is 4. So I have 4a to the 4 b to the 4 from the first two terms being multiplied. Then 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times 4 is 12. So I have 2 cubed a cubed b to the 12. Well, for my next step, what I like to do is simplify 2 cubed. That's simply 8. So I rewrite 4a to the 4 b to the 4 and multiply it with 8 a cubed b to the 12. Now I have just a regular product rule. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 plus 3 is 7, so the exponent on a is 7. And 4 plus 12 is 16, so the exponent on b is 16. So my final answer is 32, a to the 7, b to the 16.